up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and Mindy Kaling has been getting relentlessly roasted online for days now because it turns out everyone, and I mean everyone, hates Velma, even its target audience. But it's hard to really pinpoint who its target audience is. It's obvious that this show wasn't made for kids, but was it really made for adults? What adults actually like this show? I mean, it's clear that they made this show for like the woke PC Hollywood types, but even the woke idiots hate Velma. And I think this show is a perfect example of how these people who you would describe as woke, they don't necessarily like woke content. Even they know woke content is garbage, because if you look at the ratings of these shows and these movies that have been coming out lately, it's obvious that people are not showing up to theaters to watch them. There's diminishing returns even with the MCU. Then you look at these television shows, they're all getting trashed in the reviews. The ratings are terrible. They're getting canceled half the time. So even the woke people who sit online and act like they are really excited for these shows, they're obviously not watching them. They're not buying movie tickets, and they're not streaming these shows. So the reality is, they don't even like this content. They just want to pretend to, because that's their virtue signal. Their whole goal is to act as if they are more virtuous than you, or to appear as if they are more virtuous than you online, because they have no other redeeming qualities. They have nothing interesting about them. So the only thing they can do, and what they feel like they have to resort to doing, is acting as if they're super woke and they're super, holier than thou online. So they act like they want these TV shows and movies when in reality they don't. And we know that because we can see the ratings, we can see the ticket sales, and we know that they are not showing up to support the content that is being made for them. Because make no mistake about it, they did not make the Velma show for people like me or for people like you. They made the show for freaking weirdos, because that's the only people who would show up and actually like this type of stuff. It's a Scooby-Doo show with no Scooby-Doo. Everyone's race swapped. No one's acting like the actual characters who they're supposed to be. And there's just a bunch of random political propaganda and corny jokes thrown in there. No one likes this show. And, when your target audience is turning on you, you know it's bad. No lie. The people who they made this show for have already found like 5 or 6 reasons why they want to cancel Mindy Kaling from the first episode. They're mad about Me Too jokes. They're accusing Mindy Kaling of being conservative. They're accusing her of self-inserting herself. They're accusing her of bringing down brown women, whatever that means. So they're even trying to cancel her. Imagine going out of your way to make a woke reimagining piece of garbage Scooby-Doo show for a woke audience, only for your woke audience to turn around and cancel you because they cannot stand how woke your TV show is. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious, and I love it. I love going online and watching these people freak out and attack each other because it's entertainment. None of these shows or movies are entertaining anymore, so this is how we entertain ourselves. We make fun of Hollywood, and we make fun of the idiots who Hollywood is trying to cater to. And I'm going to continue doing this on this channel, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But if you're bored, you have nothing to do right now, head over to Mindy Kaling's Instagram account and go look at the one post that she made for her new Velma show, in which she says, "I'm so honored to voice Velma in this hilarious and sometimes very scary show." She's acting like it's an honor to voice Velma, like they found Mindy Kaling and they're like, "Hey, you're the perfect new Velma." No, Mindy Kaling casted herself. In fact, I've heard that this show was not even supposed to be about Scooby-Doo. It was some totally other different show. But producers were like, "Hey, no one's going to watch this unless We tie it to an existing IP that people already care about, and that's how it became the Velma show. But when you go to the comment section of this Instagram post, man, oh man, you will see some hilarious comments. These people are absolutely dragging Mindy through the mud, and rightfully so. Now, of course, at the beginning, you're going to see a bunch of blue check marks praising the show, acting like they're excited about it, when in reality, we all know they're not. Like it says right here, "You're my hero. Going to watch tonight. Starting today, 100 emoji, 100 emoji, clap, fire. A bunch of emojis, fire, oh my God." So, of course, the Hollywood shills, they're all pretending to like the show or to be excited about it. But once you scroll past the blue check marks and you hear from real people, you see how people really feel. I'm going to go over just about maybe a dozen of them, a little over a dozen of them all with you all right now, because I am loving this. It's absolutely hilarious. Strider 1975 says, "How the hell can it be an honor when you are an executive producer and gave yourself the role? This is like buying yourself a trophy and then going around celebrating like you won something." Exactly, that's the point that I was just trying to make. She acts like it's an honor that she was casted as Velma. She casted herself as Velma. No one wanted this. Let's go forward. Jocelyn 77X. "Stop constantly setting South Asian representation in Hollywood back, portraying the characters through the lens you were viewed in." And this is the type of comments I'm saying. Like, they acted like, oh my God, we're breaking new grounds. We have a South Asian Velma. Yes, we're doing the world a favor. We are breaking new grounds here. This is bigger than the civil rights movement. Everybody praise Mindy. But then we have actual South Asian people who are like, hey, please stop. We hate how you represent us on the big screen. So the reality is they don't like Mindy Kaling, and regardless of what Mindy Kaling did, it would not be good enough for these people. You cannot make content trying to appease these people. It will never be good enough. Let's go forward. I can't keep reading all these names. Some of them are weird, but this person says, yeah, it isn't good. This person then says, thanks for ruining Scooby-Doo. Rob D says, it's crap. Inside Out Coffee said, why ruin Scooby-Doo like this? Like there was no need. And exactly, that's the point that a lot of us have been trying to make. If anyone ever questions, why am I here on YouTube ranting about things like this? It's because Hollywood has found, or for some reason, they feel the need to completely and utterly destroy everything we have ever known and loved. Any show or movie you ever grew up liking or loving or appreciating, they are digging it up and they are absolutely destroying it. And I feel like it's on purpose. I feel like it's on purpose to demoralize us, to make us feel as if we don't have any other outlets or avenues. They don't want us to have an escape. They want to constantly bash us over the head with their messaging. And that's what Velma is here for. Let's go forward. Oh, man. Why did you make the characters be high school age and then make the show about sex and drugs? Well, you know why. You know how they feel about the younglings in Hollywood. Unflavored Flower says, just make a self-insert fan fiction next time. Exactly. Ty K80 says, show needs to be canceled. Eggs Over Rice says, she deleted her post. Broad can't handle the heat. Mike Combat says, as a Scooby-Doo mega fan, this show is the worst quality fan fiction I have ever come across. This is not Scooby-Doo. You just took the characters' names to draw an audience and created an entirely separate thing. You should have just written your own show or written your own thing from scratch. But you see, the reality is, Mike, they can't write their own thing from scratch. And when they do, no one is going to care about it. No one wants to watch the Mindy Kaling cartoon where she's some type of whatever she is. I don't even want to go into it. No one wants to see it. They know that. They know that no one wants to watch their woke content. They know that people are tired of their woke messaging. They know that. They know they can't make their own thing and make people watch it. People are not going to watch it. So what they do is they attach this messaging to shows that people know and love. Of course, people are going to tune in to see the new Scooby-Doo show. Of course, people are going to tune in to see the latest Marvel movie. Of course, people are going to tune in to the new Lord of the Rings show. Of course, people are going to tune into Star Wars. What they've done is they've effectively taken every show and movie that you can think of, and instead of making good content and making quality movies or TV shows, what they do is they take political propaganda, this woke propaganda, and they just bash you over the head with it in these shows because they know they can't do it any other way. They can only do it by attaching it to things that you already like and love. So that's why they do this. That's exactly why they do this. We've seen it 1,000 times already. But let's go forward. Mark in ATL says, I've been a huge fan of pretty much everything Mindy has been involved with. The Office, Mindy Project, Never Have I Ever, and her excellent book, Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me? And Other Concerns. But Velma show was so unwatchable, total dud, what a shame. I mean, you know it's bad when even your close supporters are calling you out. And as far as I'm concerned, I never had anything against Mindy. I'm not a big Mindy fan. I've seen her in a couple of movies. I think she, I don't know if it was 40-Year-Old Virgin or Knocked Up, or maybe both. But I thought she was funny in a couple of the movies I've seen her in. I definitely never watched her shows. I don't follow up with a lot of these Hollywood people like that, but I don't have a personal vendetta against Mindy until she made this Velma show. But let's go forward. And Preston Bradley says, I love how all the verified comments are like, oh my God, yay! But everything after is just savage. The internet is so cruel, bro. Listen, the internet can be a cruel place, but also the internet has a harsh way of telling the truth. And like I said, yeah, the verified comments are all pretending to be excited. But once you go past them, it gets reckless. Let's go forward. Bruh, this show sucks. Where's Shaggy, Velma, and Daphne? All I recognize is Fred. Mindy, go check out that 8% on Rotten Tomatoes and let it be a lesson. Wow, erasing real criticism shows how childish and defensive you feel. Hiding how people feel or review it isn't going to change how it is. Growing from criticism is the best way to learn what to do better next time. Pretty disappointed, Mindy. I really supported you and thought you were a role model. Now I'm starting to wonder. So here we have an actual Mindy fan who left some criticism of the show in the comment section. But what Mindy has been doing, she's been deleting tons and tons of these comments. So for every negative comment you see, you could go ahead and bet you're behind that there's 10 comments that have been erased. So Mindy's just mass erasing a bunch of comments off her post. But let's go forward. Honestly, this is from the same person. Honestly, the reason I'm so pressed about this is that I'm tired of seeing bad products defended by claiming the reviewer is an ist or a phobe for genuinely not liking something. The way criticism has been handled is part of why there has been such an amplified response. Listen, dude, Hannah, or lady, whoever you are, well said, well put it. I couldn't have put it better myself. In fact, this person described everything that I've been trying to say perfectly. We are all fed up with this. I should be able to say, hey, that movie sucks, without someone saying, oh, you must be an ist. It's because you didn't like that a black guy had walked past the screen 8 minutes into the movie. You know what I mean? Like, or, oh, you must be a phobe. You didn't like that a girl kissed a girl in the movie. It's like, no, the movie just sucked. The movie just sucked. But what is happening now is you cannot say a movie is bad. You can't say a television show is bad without Hollywood accusing the entire fan base of being like ists and phobes or what have you. They do this with every single show over and over and over again. I understand to the average person watching this video, you may not understand that, but to someone who pays close attention to these type of things, you will spot it over and over again. They constantly accuse people of being bad people simply for not liking the garbage content that they keep creating. But let's go ahead and just read a couple of more. No one will watch this. Original Mech says, the self-insert show is not very good. You could have made your own IP instead of ruining a pre-existing one. Having fun reading the fake good reviews left by bots or fake pages created to make it look like some people enjoyed it. 8% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Well done. Terrible show. Ish show. Every clip I've seen of this show is dog crap. Butchered a childhood series. Love all the verified accounts giving praise and everyone else is shredding the show. Love to see Hollywood versus the people. And make no mistake about it, that's what this is. It's Hollywood versus the people. Or better yet, it's Hollywood and the people who Hollywood still has control over versus the average everyday person. But let's just read one last comment. People try to justify the lowest score ever on the character's color and sexual orientation. Meanwhile, this show is hated on by all colors and orientations because it's a load of crap. Good job. You'll always be remembered, just not in the way you thought. And that, I think, perfectly sums this up. Because the reality is, Hollywood accuses all of us of being ists, phobes, bad, bigoted people for not liking this show. But what did this show accomplish? It brought all of us together. If you look at those comments I just read, they're from people of various different backgrounds, races, religions, genders. Only 2, by the way. And they have all come together to express their hatred of Velma. So as we are labeled ists for hating Velma, we are proving Hollywood wrong because all races have come together. And even if for just one moment, we're all together in our hatred of Velma. Let me know how much you hate Velma, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.